All right. Welcome to another Woods Report. Well, we were just talking yesterday. We went into a whole big old thing about social media and about you made a comment because I was talking about ISO speed
YouTube
and about him being in hospital.
Yes.
And I said there was thousands and thousands of people standing outside his hospital chanting speed, speed, speed. He has over 18 million people that are on what you call it YouTube. And then he has other platforms that he has millions of people on. I mentioned Kai. I don't know if you remember that. And I mentioned
don't keep their names in my head.
Yeah,
so
I mentioned Aiden. I mentioned
some Beast person.
No, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
But I mentioned
that
Kai.
name sticks out.
I mentioned Kai and I mentioned Aiden Ross.
Mr. Beast.
And I mentioned DJ Academics.
These are all popular.
These are streamers.
Social media influencers.
Mm-hmm. And then I said they're able to call thousands and thousands of people to show up whenever they want them to. Mm-hmm. And you said, well, that's not good because what if they call them to do something bad? And I said,
and hurt folks.
There's nothing that they can. What is the police going to do about it? Well,
they would have to pull out the army.
Well, look what happened today.
And it wasn't really what happened today was he was giving away something free, right?
Kai went on his social media and he was giving away some shoes. Meet me. Hey, chat. Hey, chat. Remember I said that. meet me downtown New York, chat. I'm going to give out some shoes, chat.
And you got over 1 million followers that would try to meet you.
You can't just say meet me.
Meet me.
Okay. And that's what he did. And they had to get him out. He was not even able to get out.
But you know what? Even with 1 million followers, over 1 million
Millions.
Followers, even a crowd can still be 500.
Right.
1,000. You know, like these kids in the city,
this
Chicago area. So that we know all of his millions can't because they probably all over the world.
Right.
But the ones that's in the area
in New York City
can still cause some harm.
Well, it says thousands of people overran Union Square Park and surrounded lanes of traffic Friday, today, as a popular Twitch streamer held a video game giveaway. Oh, it was a game giveaway.
It was a giveaway.
Just before 5 p.m., police had gained the upper hand on the crowd as many people began to disperse. NYPD sources had told Eyewitness News they did not want to arrest people and they did not want to escalate the situation. Despite that guidance, Eyewitness News observed several arrests being made as prisoners were loaded into MTA buses. Over the last few days, Kai, one of the most popular streamers on the video game streaming website Twitch, announced that he would give away a PlayStation 5 video game, console, at 4 p.m. in Union Square. I don't know what Kai was thinking. Mm-hmm. See, they keep forgetting. I told you they sit in front of the camera they forget how popular they are.
They're not connected to an audience.
They're not connected.
Group of people.
It's not like they're performing in front of an audience. Mm-hmm. They're performing in front of you guys on here. Mm-hmm. So...
And you're in your own little world.
Right.
So you may not think how much, I don't know, you just maybe not thinking.
It said thousands of people showed up and took over the park and the roads bordering it as police struggled to contain them. What happened was what the police chief said there was a construction site that was down there. Well, they broke into the construction site and started picking up bricks and shovels, hitting people in the head with shovels, throwing bricks in the crowd, throwing the sand and the concrete and all kind of stuff. There's people that's going to be down there that's normal people that's there to come get a PlayStation. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to have your people that's there that's just want to cause mayhem. Mm-hmm. So those were the ones that wanted to cause mayhem. And they keep forgetting that the crowd could be mixed with everybody. It's like not just your fans.
Black Lives Matter crowds was mixed with some knuckleheads. Mixed
with everybody. Yeah. And they're going to say it was Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm. Even blame it all on the cause, but it wasn't really that.
So it says that, and then they had to get Kai out. He was in a van stuck in the middle of all this. So they had to rescue him.
What if they would have injured him? would it take a life for one YouTube
And I like Kai.
one influencer to go to the other influencers? Ooh,
Kai
we
is
now need bodyguards.
Kai is sweet. He's a nice guy. He gets into a lot of trouble. He's a young guy, and he's always in trouble. He started off by pranking his family.
What do you mean he's always in trouble?
Like doing stupid stuff like this, doing stuff that gets him in trouble, but you can tell he don't mean it. It's just he's just stupid, young. Mm-hmm. He started off pranking his family, his mom. And his mom is West Indian. I think they're Haitian. And she has a strong accent. Mm-hmm. And she goes, "Oh, Kai, no, stop, Kai, no." So I watched his old videos when he started off. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because he would get her. He would always get her.
Like how Jimmy Kimmel does his aunt.
Yeah.
Oh, had a car in her living room.
Yeah.
Jimmy. I don't know what she calls him. Yeah. She be fussing.
Yeah.
Get this car out of my dining room.
That's Kai. He would always get his mom and stuff.
So like you're saying,
fart sprays and stuff like that.
Have been doing this for years. He's probably watched it, picked it up, and just developed the same kind of humor.
So he has millions and millions of followers, and I like Kai. He's funny. But Kai, I told you, he the one that did the firecrackers in the house. One of his roommates threw a firecracker in his room, and then they all went threw him in.
I was telling you, I said our laws have not caught up with our technology. They're going to have to start putting laws in place that kind of protects and covers situations like this, where a YouTuber,
it's nothing they're going to be able to
do. I got free shoes. Come everybody and meet me down in Times Square.
They can stop that.
I don't know.
They can stop them from doing that, but they can't stop crowds of people. I don't know what the police gonna do. Social media, celebrities in the past didn't have social media. Now you have social media. You know what? These guys, they gotta act like they Rihanna and stuff and Beyonce. They can't go out. Like I can't just walk down the street.
It may take somebody being injured to see that for them to understand how popular they are. That's one thing.
The thing that's gonna stop them. Let me say what everybody's. True Blue says, "Hello all." Dre said, "Kai is the king of New York City. Kai is the most powerful man in New York City. The people said they came for vibes and to see Kai." That's Dre. Dre must be a Kai fan. Mm-hmm. I like Kai, Dre. You probably young. You probably love Kai. Kai is like, because he's a nice kid. He's nice. He just gets in trouble all the time.
I'm going to be like that grandmother. Sonny boy, you need to be careful. You can't be calling everybody that loves you to come to a certain spot.
And Kai don't,
because everybody that come to may not love you, son. And Kai they may try to hurt other people.
He don't know how famous he is.
Apparently he sees now. They said they're having a talk with him. They're gonna sit down and have some conversation.
This is what I think might need to happen. Dre says Kai was just in Japan and China. He's a global influencer. And True says Kai is definitely entertaining. Yeah, we watch him. And he's nice. Some of them I don't like. Some of the influencers the young ones I don't like. But he's an actual nice one.
But the problem with whether it's a nice guy like Kai or a butthole, that when they do anything that incites a crowd,
people. This is what I think is going to happen.
They kind of mingle in and act crazy.
I think Kai changed the game today. This is what I think is going to happen, because I think he made police nervous today. Because they didn't take it serious. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time that I can recall. I've seen crowds gather for them before, but this is the first time that I've seen mayhem caused. Mm-hmm. So I think what's going to happen is, I think they are going to have a conversation with these streamers. They're probably going to go to each platform. Let's see if I'm right, guys. Each platform. And if you have a certain number of followers, you have to be contacted by the police department, whatever your local police department is, or any police department, even FBI, I believe. I think it's going to be FBI.
What do you mean contacted?
I think the FBI is going to contact them, and they're going to say, because of you've crossed the number of maybe, I don't know, whatever the number is, 1 million, 2 million. It's probably going to be like more like, it's a lot of people with 1 million now. So it's probably going to be more like 5-6 million. If you cross a certain number, the FBI is going to get in contact with you and say you are no longer a civilian. You are now officially a celebrity, and you can't move around the way a regular person
and laws
moves
do
around.
They have on a celebrity though?
Well, celebrities have training. They have PR people. They have people that help them migrate through it. Influencers don't, because they're regular people like us that's sitting on here, and then all of a sudden you have 5 million people following you. You're a regular guy. You don't know what to
just walk
do
on the street.
They're going to start requiring them to have a team, just like Rihanna and Beyonce and every other celebrity. You can't move through the city the way you normally do.
And I'm wondering,
you can't call groups of people to come together.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You can't do any of that.
The freedom of speech now has to be kind of monitored.
What they're going to tell them? You're no longer. You know who you are now.
I have some laptops to give away.
Even though the top person in the country didn't get it, which is comb over.
I know.
You're not a regular person. So if you stand in Washington in a park and say, we're going to march down to the Capitol, and we're going to knock on the door and tell Pence to come outside so we can tell him to stop.
Yeah. Or everybody show up at Kamala Harris's house.
Yeah, you can't do that. So Comb-Over decides he thinks he's a regular person. You're not. So you can't do what everybody else does.
That's why I said the laws are going to have to change.
Well, it's already changing. He's in trouble now for January 6th.
Yeah.
Interference with the election.
Yeah.
So the same, Kai, they probably going to say.
Or look at, I'm sorry.
They're going to give him a warning and say, if this happens again, we're going to charge you.
We may have to start, and I see, it's so funny. We are so free in this country. The freedom is even killing us. Think about other countries. They talked about, I don't know that gentleman's name in Russia, who is trying to kind of go against Putin.
He's still alive.
Well, it's funny you said that.
That's fake.
No, it's funny you said that because Putin put it out there. He said, under no means necessary, anybody is going against. Pretty much in my own words, you're not going against me.
That's why it's fake.
Other countries, well, I don't know, Kim, because I think other countries have a little bit more control with that freedom of speech too.
That guy is
fake. Okay.
Ain't nobody rising up against
But
Putin.
if you're in a country like China, who can shut your site down, you can't do social media, that's control. And that's scary. Because we got so much freedom in this country. Like, look what it's causing us.
We're going to turn into Russia and China. I know y'all don't want to hear that.
Controlling the speech.
It won't be as much, but they are going to start controlling your social media. They're going to start controlling what you say.
Big Brother's watching
what you do,
because people are now getting hurt.
Yeah.
Even you may not, if you, as nice as you said Kai is, down to earth, transparent. Like you said, whenever there's a crowd, people go, opportunity.
Right.
And knuckleheads show followers.
Knuckleheads show up. Let's see. Dre say Kai. Okay, it was just in Japan. Dre says Kai is the #1 streamer in the world. He has won awards, etc. He's big time on all social media sites. Dang, Dre like Kai, don't he?
We see you.
I like Kai too. He's nice. True says Kai and Uzi did the same thing for the I Want to Rock video. That's what I was getting ready to say, True. I've seen them draw crowds before. Little Uzi, the rapper. Little Uzi did a video and he put Kai in it. And so they showed up. They did a scene outside and people just showed up. Hundreds of people showed up and shut the street down, and the cops had to come, and even Deshae showed up. Deshae Frost, he showed up, and you can see him on his little video, and other streamers was coming, and it was exciting for them. But but nobody threw bricks at people and shovels and hit people in the head.
You never know.
But today they did, and that's what I'm saying. So Kai probably thought he could get away with it, because when Little Uzi brought him, they was able to control that. It's getting too much.
You're taking chances.
It's getting too much.
With drawing crowds, because crowds could draw cuckoo.
Yep. True says, but this crowd was definitely bigger. That's what I'm saying. Kai's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. He's getting more and more. He's like Speed. Speed has a lot of people. Speed couldn't do that. They would have definitely called mayhem with Speed. And then Emerald says, hey ladies, hey Emerald. Dre says Kai made an MLK type of crowd out there for him. Yeah. Yep.
But that's why I was saying a lot of times these influencers, if they're on the right track, a lot of them can cause things to happen politically, financially, emotionally.
Well, I told
they have a lot of power.
I told you
that some of them may not know how to use it.
I told you they they love Trump. So if they say, hey, y'all, no, I'm saying
just look what Trump is doing.
I'm saying just like he can say, I'm giving out a PlayStation, he could easily say on election day, hey, y'all, let's all go down and vote for Trump. 18-year-olds. If you 18 and you registered, you don't know what. Aiden got his Make America Great hat. Y'all watch Aiden. He got old stupid Make America Great hat behind him. So he's already pushing it. Let me see. Henry says, Kai Cenat was messing with Ice Spice. And he's that dude. Now, you remember Ice Spice, remember the rapper? She's cute. This is Kai. It's a lot of girls, I think, like Kai. And then I think Kai don't have no social life like that. So I think they go in his room because that's where he streams from. Remember, I told you they stream. Yeah. Hey, chat. Hey, chat.
And he got millions of dollars to get a big
they all
recording
stay in
studio.
It's him and a bunch of the Amp crew. They all stay in his house together. And all these guys all stream from their rooms. But they all are a group of guys. And he brings celebrities. Kai brings celebrities over. They come over. Famous rappers and everything. And Ice Spice came over. So she definitely probably was liking him. Because Kai's cute. He's just little Asian guy. He's cute. And he don't have no, I said Haitian.
Oh, Haitian.
And he don't have no social life. So Kai ain't gonna talk to nobody.
Is he little like Kurt Franklin?
Yes.
And he always Kurt Franklin has a little wife.
But he has a short man complex. Because other guys
like Napoleon.
If other guys come on there, he'll say he's taller than them. They're always matching up. Him and Deshae. If Deshae come on. I think Deshae was on there recently. Yes, Shay put him on a blind date. See, I told y'all watch these stupid shows. Deshae puts people on. He does that, and he put Kai on a blind date. Every time Deshae shows up, him and Kai got to argue about who's shorter, and stand back to back and whatever. Shoes off. Hey, chat. Who's taller? Chat. All that. Definitely entertaining. I could only watch it for so long before my head explodes.
I mean, this is all fine and dandy, but
let me see.
When it invokes crowds to act cuckoo.
Dre says Kai Cenat has Donald Trump type of power. Yep. Kai is way bigger than Uzi. Kai has more power and influence. Well, Uzi has his audience.
They are their own audience.
Kai's audience is Uzi's audience.
But here's the scary thing. Who is saying that? Is that Dre?
Yeah.
Here's the scary thing that you're saying, that those of us are people of prayer need to be really praying.
His mom is a Christian.
When you got that much power, you got to be careful.
And she's the type of person that's nervous, his mom.
Yes.
So I know today.
Because that power can turn even against him.
But she's the type of person, she'll say Kai with her accent. You keep God first.
It's a Haitian accent, right?
Keep God first, Kai. And I don't think she would like what happened today. I don't know. I love to hear what happened.
I'm sure she's probably not blaming him.
She's nervous, I bet.
But she's nervous because he got caught up in the thing. He didn't realize how popular he is. They could have got him. They could have taken his life. Yeah. Do you know how many entertainers they have ripped off shirts and cut their arms just to love on them?
True says
they take their lives.
True says Deshae was at this one too, but they only pulled Kai with the bigger name. Oh, Deshae was there. So Deshae got footage. Okay. So I watched Deshae. I actually watch Deshae every day. So I'm sure Deshae gonna have inside footage of what happened. So I watched that. And it's a whole thing going on with him, Deshae's sister, Brooklyn, y'all. I don't know how many of y'all watch all of them. So that's why I don't talk about it. But with Brooklyn, his sister, and her ex-boyfriend, Jay Cinco, and it's a whole bunch of stuff. One day, maybe I'll do a little thing on what's going on with everybody. Dre says these entertainment streamers are getting bigger than the artists. They're becoming like actors. That's what we're saying. Henry says Kai be smashing all them IG models. Of course, Kai got a social life. What you talking about? He gets all the women he wants. Kai, he don't really, Henry. When Kai goes to Atlanta, I'm sorry.
You follow him that way?
I know Kai, Henry. Now we gonna argue.
Is he dating
Henry and
anybody?
Dre. No, if Kai goes out, that's what he talking about. He parties like Dre. Not like a Dre. Like Deshae. Okay. They're not social butterflies, guys. They go out. When they go out, they out. I will say
they're
that.
starting a whole nother category, though, like entertainers. They
Totally
are
different.
entertainers.
They're entertainers.
They are social media entertainers.
Yeah.
They're in a whole, they're like what's a famous act? Beyonce.
Yeah.
They're like,
and I saw
she can't just go to the store.
True. I saw Deshae had it on his IG story. That's why I said he was hanging out with Kai and them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like when they have things going on, and like they had a social influencer thing, and they all came there and they all went out. That's when you see Kai and them out. They don't go out all that. Kai's not like that. Dre says he bought his mom a big house. He did. And you was crying. Because a lot of them come from nothing, and they seen their moms. Like Jay Cinco even said, I'm rubbing my mom's feet when she come home from work, because she worked long hours, and I can't wait to buy my mom a house. I want to retire her and buy her a house. So when Kai was able to finally buy his mom a house, everybody was crying. His family, his sister, his brother, everybody. And they were like, this is mine. Like you walk into, and it'd be like a mansion. I love it. Okay. True says, and yes, that Brooklyn J. Cinco situation is a mess. I'll talk about that. Maybe I'll talk about that Monday.
What is that?
Brooklyn is Deshae's sister, and she broke up with her boyfriend. Her and her boyfriend broke up. Mm-hmm. Jay Cinco, and that's a big old story with that. I don't have time to go.
It was an ugly breakup.
Very ugly, but it was supposed to be a good breakup. We all thought so until they all started talking. No, I don't want to go down that road.
Who was it that brought it up?
True said it.
Shame on you, True.
No, I brought it up.
Talk about it another time.
Henry says, "Oh yes, he's too popular to just be outside all the time." Now that's true. Yes, Kai's not out. Kai's a good guy, y'all. He's not. There's some influencers that's not, but he is. He's a good one. He ain't out partying with hoes and all that all the time. That's not Kai. Mm-hmm. And the one time he had a party, this one girl said that somebody had her. One of his friends.
You say
violated her.
Because we can't say that.
I said R.
But they may not.
I know, violated her. And said it was one of Kai's friends, and he knew about it, and he had to fight that case. And then there's another case y'all saw where he was just at this girl came in his room, and she took pictures and said, "Hey, I'm in Kai's room," and he was being nice. See, you can't let everybody in your room.
Is it Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Didn't Black Mirror have an episode of a lady that social media messed her up or something? Yep. They had all of her personal information.
Black Mirror got all this stuff. All right, y'all. So that's it.
But that going back to what we were saying, they're gonna have to make some changes. I know I've seen some Law and Order episodes where the people they arrested were social media influencers, mm-hmm. and they brought them to court, and they were prosecuting them because they incited it. What they did, it caused somebody to get hurt and violated, and they were murdered. So now you're like, ooh, we got to call you in. Like if it happened with Kai,
the thing that
somebody dies,
the thing they're gonna talk about today, I'm sure he's gonna talk about Kai mm-hmm. when he's able to talk about it. Mm-hmm. He's not gonna like that people got hurt. Right. He's not gonna like that this lady had to run in a building with her baby from getting beat down. He's not gonna like any of that because he's the type of guy that he's gonna be like, he's gonna be like, I'm not doing that again, y'all.
So he'll be very careful with anything like that. When he wants to give away something, it probably needs to be. They need to call the cops to help.
No,
and maybe
I don't know what they're gonna do.
They can, if it's ahead of time, they can guide the crowd.
Yeah,
like they do the Lollapalooza now in Chicago.
I kind of agree with.
They know an event is coming up.
I kind of agree with what Dre said. They're bigger than artists now. Like you can do that with a regular artist.
No, it's the same as far as crowd control. Lollapalooza is over 200,000-300,000 people. Yeah. As long as the cops are ahead, knowing that Kai is going to be giving away something on this day at this place. The cops can say, okay, you got your little license. We're going to be there. We're going to help the crowd.
They got to shut stuff down.
That's fine. But they know he'll pay for it. He'll pay the cops. He'll pay the security.
Because remember,
get some money from Kai and those people. They're making big bucks.
We talked about yesterday, Taylor Swift.
Right.
They treat her like a Super Bowl coming to their city.
Concert. Yeah.
That's how bad it is. They have to treat it like every city said it's like the Super Bowl is coming. We have to close off streets and all kind of stuff.
Pay the city though. If you're making a lot of money as an entertainer, as a social influencer, pay the city to protect you and protect people, because you don't want people getting hurt over some event you're doing.
Okay, so Henry said, excuse me. Oh yes, he's too popular to just be outside all the time. Now that's true. Henry says, I mean, he has parties all the time on stream. Oh yeah, in the mansion. Yeah, he's always in the club, etc. Henry says, Kai parties in Miami are wild. And Dre says, I bet Kai could sell out an arena for a meet and greet. Yeah, I'm sure he could.
But Kai's gonna.
So we're gonna see what happens, y'all. If True says Deshae was there,
if they all are coming to an understanding that they're gonna need bodyguards.
If Deshae was there, trust me, Deshae got footage.
They need people to protect them.
So okay, so we'll see Deshae's inside footage. Deshae will be up close and personal with people yelling and stuff. And Deshae loves it. He loves that. So we'll see. All right, y'all, young people, y'all probably gonna file out after this.
Yeah, the next topics, I don't know, I'm a little boring because it's politics again.
What y'all say? I bet Kai was selling. Okay, Katila. Oh hey, Katila. Hi, ladies.
And we're still saying your name wrong.
We probably are. Katila. True says, look at Deshae Diggs story. He was sweating. Oh, Deshae was scared. I'm shocked. He usually
be sweating.
No, he usually loves that. So we'll see.
Then what happened there for him to sweat?
Ron DeSantis agrees to debate Gavin Newsom.
The Santimonials or whatever Trump calls them.
Stupid. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who is running for Republican presidential nomination, told Fox News